Hello and welcome to today's video on quotes and strategy. This is presented to you today by Martha for Business Online Learning. This definition of strategy comes from the Oxford Dictionary, and it says, strategy is the art of war, especially planning of movements of troops and ships, etc., into favourable positions. Strategy is a plan of action or policy in business or politics, etc. Alfred wrote in 1962, strategy is the determination of the basic long-term goals and objectives of an enterprise, and the adoption of courses of action and the allocation of resources necessary for those goals. Winston Churchill wrote, politics are almost quite as exciting as war and quite as dangerous. In war, you can only be killed once, but in politics, many times. Sun Tzu was a Chinese philosopher who lived 600 years before Christ, and he wrote in his book The Art of War, know the other and know yourself, triumph without peril. Know nature and know the situation, triumph completely. And by this he means it is important to have an understanding of the environment when you are developing your strategy. Alfred Sloan was the president of General Motors from 1923 to 1937 and chairman from 1937 to 1956. He wrote in his book My Years with General Motors the following: no company ever stops changing. Each new generation must meet changes in the automobile market, in the general administration of the enterprise, and in the involvement of the cooperation in a changing world. The work of creating goes on. John Sculley, the chairman of Apple Computers, wrote, the best way to predict the future is to invent it. Kenichi Omei, in The Mind of the Strategist, wrote, what business strategy is all about, in a word, competitive advantage. The sole purpose of strategic planning is to enable a company to gain, as efficiently as possible, a sustainable edge over its competitors. Corporate strategy thus implies an attempt to alter a company's strength relative to that of its competitors in the most efficient way. James Bryan Quinn, in his book Strategies for Change, wrote, strategy is the pattern or plan that integrates an organization's major goals, their policies, and then action sequences into a cohesive whole. A well-formulated strategy helps to marshal and allocate an organization's resources into a unique and viable posture based upon its relative internal competences and shortcomings, anticipated changes in the environment, and contingent moves by intelligent opponents. I like this one from Kenneth Andrews from his book The Concept of Corporate Strategy. Strategy is the pattern of objectives, purposes, or goals, and the major policies and plans for achieving those goals, stated in such a way as to define what business the company is in, or is to be in, and the kind of company it is, or is to be. A strategy can only be as good as the leader. And this age-old quote gives us a vision of leadership. The wicked leader is he who the people despise. The good leader is he who the people revere. The great leader is he who the people say, we did it ourselves. This quote from an unknown author says, the best strategy in life is diligence. Albert Einstein wrote, I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. George Washington once wrote, to be prepared for war is one of the most effective means of preserving peace. Walt Disney was famous for his great quotes, and this one suits our collection of strategy quotes. If you can dream it, you can do it. So that was the end of our selection for today on strategy quotes. There are more on our website, www.businessonlinelearning.com. Otherwise, you can join us on Facebook with Business Online Learning. We have our YouTube channel. We're on Pinterest, Google+, where we have a lively community. I'm on LinkedIn with Martha Begley, on Twitter with Online Martha. We would invite you to join us as we are constantly updating material. If you would like to have closer access to the updates, sign up for our newsletter, which is for free, and also get this ebook worth $7.99 for free. We thank you for taking your time to watch our little video. We hope you found it interesting. Don't forget there's more material on the website. Look forward to seeing you soon. Good luck.